The main event was the greatest fight of all time. It literally was the greatest fight of all time. Because the guy that won it, Justin Gaethje, was in many books 6-1 favorite, 6-1 underdog rather, which is crazy odds for a guy that was a interim lightweight champion, fought the best of the best, one of the best to ever do it, BMF champion. I mean, just super durable, real dangerous guy. And that's how good Ilia Topuria is. That's how good Ilia Topuria is. Ilia Topuria, in many people's eyes, is the most skilled of the new generation, and the new generation is the most skilled of all time. And Ilia was like the top of the mountain. And most people thought that he was going to be too much, and he was too much for a while. And he almost took Justin out in the second round. And then Justin rallied. And then Ilia, it looked like he got really damaged in either the first or the second round, and he was having real trouble seeing out of one of his eyes. And then Justin started landing bombs in the third round. Ilia had slowed down quite a bit. It looked like he had really tried to finish Justin in the second. And sometimes when you try to finish a guy, you just hit the gas way too much, and you can't recover in between rounds. And Justin recovered, and Justin started battering Ilia in the third and fourth. And by the end of the fourth round, Ilia quit on his stool. He couldn't see out of either eye. He had gotten kneed into the body real bad when he was on the ground. Justin had him down with his two hands and just smashed a knee into his rib cage, and you could see him go like that. And that was the end of the round. And then he had to retire on his stool. And you think
he broke a rib?
That probably could have happened, but I think maybe more significantly was the eye damage. Both of his eyes were swollen shut. His nose was fucked up. He'd taken so many punches to the face, and it looked like perhaps orbital damage, like maybe he had a fractured orbital, because his whole thing had just swollen up on both sides. He was unrecognizable. And, the guy hung in there as long as he could. But when you can't see, you can't see. And when you're that battered, sometimes it's smart to stop. And he's a very smart guy, and I think he realized, I can't defend myself right now. I can't see. This guy's smashing me. Let's call it a day. This is what it is. Let's preserve my body and my brain and rebuild and come back another day. But for Justin, it was like one of the most epic things I've ever seen in my life. For him to win like that when everybody had counted him out, he was saying it was going to be his last fight. It was like a retirement fight. 37 years old, been in the game forever. Fought who's who of all-time greats in the sport, and this was going to be his last fight. And he's like, what if I can win the title at the White House? What an ending to a career. And that's what everybody was saying. But you're not gonna, because you're fighting Ilia Topuria. And he was like, all right, we'll see.
Wow.
And he pulled it off. It was insane. It was epic. Absolutely epic.
What do you think the mindset is between somebody who, you walk in as an underdog and wind up winning, even though your skills may not be more proficient than the other guy? What do you think the mental difference is between somebody who loses or wins?
Well, there's a lot of factors. One of the factors is that Justin has always been incredibly durable. I mean, it might just be a genetic thing. He even joked around about it. Science needs to take a look at this hard-ass skin I have. He very rarely gets cut at all. And he's like, I got these hard-ass bones and hard-ass skin. He was joking around, science needs to study this. And it's true, though. I mean, he really is insanely durable. He's been rocked and hurt before, and he's been stopped in fights before. He was knocked out in the last second of the last round by Max Holloway in the BMF title, which was an insane fight. But the guy he has zero quit in him. It doesn't exist. If you're looking for quit, you go into a room, it's empty. The quit room has no one in it. There's nothing in there.